We've all been tricked, yo. We've all been hoodwinked, as the old school people would say. Whatever you want to call it, we've been deceived. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, we're all victim to the same deception. Ask yourself this: when was the last time you took time to think? It's probably been a while. Really think. And the reason why is because we're completely distracted. These companies, these corporations, they build products like the device you have in your hand right now, or your laptop, or your TV. All of these products are designed specifically to keep us addicted. And it's everywhere. Even the food, social media, everything is designed to keep us as addicted as possible. So it's almost like we're constantly under attack. Think about how much time you spend on your phone every day. The other day I looked at my screen time and saw 10 hours. I'm usually working, but that's a lot of time scrolling, consuming, and refreshing. Just to make sure that we don't miss anything, that phone has our constant attention. And the crazy part is, the entire world is for sale. All the land in the world's for sale. Everything has been occupied. Every piece of land that can be taken has pretty much been taken. The only thing that's left back, the last frontier, is your mind. And right now, it looks like if they're winning, they just want to control your full mental space. And it's a lack of respect for humanity. That's what they do with all these products. They're literally creating products to make you addicted, to use human psychology against you. And we love it because most of us are blind. The only thing you currently have control over is where your attention goes. Think about how much your life would change if you control your focus. We're living in a world where information is power. Owning your own attention is the ultimate freedom. If you took the time to focus on what you want instead of being distracted, imagine where you could be in a couple years. This is dead serious. This is a war. And it's a war for your mind, and your attention is the battleground. It's time for us to reclaim it, though. This has gone on for too long. A lot of people want to stay stuck in the matrix, and that's fine. But I think we're different. Something interesting happened to me recently. I read 2 books back to back, one by Arnold Schwarzenegger and another dude, I forgot his name, but the book is called The Road Less Stupid, and Arnold's book is called Be Useful. And I read these books back to back, and they both said the same thing. They both said that they take time to think. They schedule time to think. And that had me wondering, like, okay, these dudes are worth $500 million or more. And they both decide that they want to schedule thinking time. There's probably something to that. First, I didn't think much about it. But then I decided, you know what? Since these dudes are so successful, let me try it for myself. It sounds pretty simple, right? Scheduling time to think. Arnold would go on walks, and the guy that wrote The Road Less Stupid, he would schedule these 40-minute time blocks to just sit down with a piece of paper and think. So eventually I started my journey. I would take these long walks with no device and just think. And then that's when I realized we've all been tricked. There's so much out there to see and to pay attention to. But I've been distracted for so long, I forgot what reality was really like. I forgot what it was like to appreciate nature and the plants and the animals and the sounds of the crickets. I noticed everything from the cracks in the path to the damage that the floods we had in my city did to the surrounding plant life. Things that I never noticed before. And I've been in that area, but I always had my headphones on. I was always locked in on something. Another thing happened. My inner voice started talking to me again. I started to hear that inner voice that I had as a kid, the one that used to give me that imagination. It came back and started giving me really great ideas, amazing ideas that I probably would have never had access to if I was on a state of constant distraction. These 2 books put me onto something really real, reality. As mentally strong as I feel like I am, I was really being defeated by a 6-inch screen. The whole point of being human is to think. That's the only thing that separates us from animals. Nowadays, we let the technology do the thinking for us. And the people who make the most money, the people who get the most out of life, they're the ones that do the most thinking. One of my favorite quotes I heard recently is, the more you use your mind, the less you use your behind. So I encourage you to schedule some thinking time. I read those 2 books. You didn't have to read those books, but you're getting the best game from both of them. And if it's good enough for billionaires, it should be good enough for you too. What's the worst that could happen? Always remember that the most valuable real estate is in your mind. It's all internal. And if you can control your attention, if you can direct where your mind goes, then you have a superpower that most people will never experience. And it's crazy right now because we got entire generations born under a constant state of distraction. I struggle with the screen time thing with my son too. But if you can cultivate the ability to focus, to concentrate, that will give you a distinct advantage over most people. And while these devices can be good, they do cause mental health issues. They do reduce productivity and they do overstimulate our minds. But the good news is there's no device on this planet that is stronger than your mind, not even AI. When was the last time you went out in public and just looked at people without your device? I don't think people realize how crazy we look. Everybody's walking around with their head down, doing the same thing. It's a little bit dystopian looking. But occasionally, when I do go for my walks, I see other people without a device. Usually, they're a lot older. And now, I'm actually inspired by them because the people walking around with no devices probably have a lot of wisdom. They're still using their greatest gift, the ability to focus and think. These daily walks have allowed me to reconnect with nature and realize just how beautiful life is. Even something as simple as a tree could be incredibly beautiful, but we miss it because we're glued to our screens. Since I've been doing this exercise, I've gained more focus, more creativity, and more calm. There are no negative side effects, only benefits. If you watch my channel, you watch it because you're interested in personal development. The best thing you could do for your personal development is to reclaim your mental space. I encourage you to take daily conscious breaks from your devices, just to claim back some of that mental space. Your attention is power. Take control of this power, and you might start seeing the world differently. And who knows, it might end up putting you on the road less stupid. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.